How's it going? As the name states, we are going to be looking a little bit at procedural generation. Um, and doing something a little bit like this for our game, you know? I think this will be a good tool to basically learn maybe some water shaders. I might want to get some different caustics on here. But yeah, there's only so much we can do for mobile, whatever you want to call it. But other than that, oh, I'm offline on everything. Offline on everything, it says. Let's see what happens. Income Stadium. Let's crack it. Yeah, we're not even streaming. Oh, we are streaming. What's going on? The stream I can chill on for longer than 4 milliseconds. I can hang for an hour today. That's awesome. I'm happy to hear. How's it going, Safe? Welcome to the stream. But yeah, today we're looking at procedural generation, right? I'm going to be trying to incorporate something similar from my game. We'll try some different things to play with it, but this is basically the code here, or the blueprint system they used. I don't know where they're getting these spawn points from, right? Like they have spawn points. I don't know what's going on here. It does look like they clear them on creation. I know you've been telling me how you've been creating a language. How's that going, by the way? So in here, they create, it looks like a randomized, so they take the seed and that's gonna create a random value between this and this. This creates, okay, this adds spawn points for this. They get those spawn points, they make a transformation, they make the code here. They use the dynamic mesh as a, what looks like to be a, yeah, I wonder how that works. The component cannot be renamed or deleted, it has been inherited, I looked in their code and they don't have anything for this, so it just looks all like it's just all BP. Want me to give an example sentence? Yeah, but it's got to be with something I say. Stay away from my food! Exclamation point. What's that in your language? Or where's the bathroom? Is that her big rock? I want stuff that I'm gonna need. Like if I'm in your world and I have to use the restroom, right? Like I gotta drop one hot and it's, you know, I got diarrhea, you know, I'm in a rush. Like how am I gonna say where's the bathroom at? That's like the most important thing I think someone needs to know. And where's food? Food. Hungry. Create markers for use with spawning. Spawn marker. We'll have to check into these. But it looks like, I don't know where they're getting this at. Add a box to the base is ready to So once they've completed this, so they have a sequence, they run this once, and once they complete bringing the cylinders together, they add a box. I'm kind of interested to see what happens if I take those out and I hit compile. Look at those. Look at that. Look at this little world we got here. Huh. Then they do this. Let's compile that. All right. Enjoy your dinner. Enjoy your dinner. Or dinner. So... what does all this do? So they have to release all compute meshes. Send complete event to game. And then set island collision. Okay. So they create the island, add a box to the base to join the cylinders together, solidify mesh, smooth, tessellate, and calculate normals. Delete the section of the mesh not needed anymore, underside. That's interesting. Flatten the top and project UVs. I'm assuming they have, like, release all compute meshes and move the island slightly to retrigger nav mesh. What's in here? Release all compute meshes. New dynamic mesh pool. Get compute mesh pool. So this is that something we can use like even in our game? What is that? Release all compute meshes. Let's go in here. Make another plane. And actually, let's just make a BP world. Actually, what is this even? What type of BP is this? A dynamic mesh actor. Parent class, dynamic mesh actor. Dynamic mesh actor. Dynamic. I mean, yeah. Boom. Select. BP world. Base. World generation. What is it that they use? Release. Oh, they do. And I'm assuming that in their little thing, yeah, release all compute meshes. Release all compute meshes. Compute, which I believe is here. So that's in. I don't gotta worry about that. Get dynamic mesh. So I guess we would start off like that. We would get dynamic mesh. And is this on begin play, I'm assuming? So it looks like it occurs prior to that. Then begin, I mean, it starts prior to that, but it's occurring like in real time. Seed, pre-construct. Huh. See, it looks like they do something in here. Let's check that out. Come on. Come on. Yeah, where is this? Hey, Coward, how's it going? What we working on today, buddies? We're working on PCG. Kind of want to play with it a little bit, see if I can create a world. That way people have randomized worlds. I think it might be a little bit more interesting than just having one set world that people work on. A 3 to 5 baked grammar system. You still haven't told me how I ask where the restroom is. You still haven't told me that. That's the one thing I'm going to need to know, dude. I don't want to be caught peeing in public. I don't want to scare people. You know, I don't want them to run in fear. I ain't got a clue what that means. I'm gonna be real. Procedural generation. Procedural generation is essentially you use a set of rules to create randomized meshes and place models randomly. You can use it to create meshes, to place, you know, create height maps, place models, make equipment. You can do a whole lot of stuff with it. Your grammar system is mostly done? It is mostly done. Yeah, I don't know what this means. What does that say? Select the variable random stream type. Where do they get this from? That's what I want to know. Where do they get this? Scale up, island gen complete. Scale up, island seed, spawning complete. What is this? Asset, island plugin. BPI island plugin. That's scary. That to me is like, I can't do it without this. Because in here, if you notice, like, as I changed some of the stuff in here, this changed. Like, in editor. I don't know how to do that in Unreal Engine. So, you know. Create island. I guess it'd be an island. Create island. Big grammar system is speaking so loud. Hey, I was just trying to find a reason to say something, okay, Kotagi? God. But you're right. I should have known. You'd know that. I should have known. I should have known. Sorry, I'm just really focused on this. Kind of at a loss. At a loss. Create island. I'm sensitive, man. Are you sure you're not emotional? And if you're not emotional, what's the difference between being sensitive and being emotional? That's the real question. Oh, my leg. Sticks and stones do break my bones, but words hurt my ego. We need to just get rid of that ego, man. We can't have you supercharged by it. Create island. So they get the dynamic mesh, they get it, and they reset. I don't even know what that means. Me. Also, I don't like how this pops it open in the JAF in my project for my game and not in the project for crop out. Low-key kind of annoying. But yeah, we're going to want to get this, I suppose. We get this. We're going to promote this to a local variable. Dynamic mesh. And then I suppose we reset. We're gonna want to reset this. And then they want us to sequence. I get the sequence. I also believe that they in here, they have spawn points. They create spawn points. Random unit vector from stream. I don't know what this from stream is. I don't know what that means. Sticks and stones may break my bones. And people drive me crazy. Yo, who said I could stream? I'm sorry, I forgot to ask you. Also, it'd probably help. Phrase half-baked. Baked is a joke. You still haven't told me how to ask for the restroom. How do I ask for the restroom? I want to know. Like, if I'm ever needing, you know, let's say I, you know, go somewhere where they speak your language. I got to take a dump, right? I've been holding it in for 5 hours. I'm turtle heading, and I got to hit the restroom. How do I ask that? How do I say, hey, yo, I gotta drop an aerial assault in your bathroom? How do I ask that? That's what I want to know. Those are the most important things. You haven't made that yet? What do you mean? That's the most... You gotta... Where's the food at? I'm hungry. Where's the restroom? And I need a house. Those are like those are the prime things you're gonna need in a language, right? Like, if I can't ask where the restroom is, why would I use that? Is that her big rock? You know, like, I say Armageddon. Zaza, what's up, Cairo? Kyrio, how's it going? Buenos. You people are vile. How dare you talk to me that way? Just because you don't have to use the restroom doesn't mean I don't have to, okay, Kotagi? I got stuff, you know? I'm just trying to give an example here. Like, what if I'm freaking in a dire situation like that, you know? I need to be able to express that to someone. Anyways, let's follow what they're doing here. I'm going to create, you know, this spawn points. We're just going to recreate this and then manipulate it and see what we can do later. Get spawn points clear. We want to... I can't clear them. And it's because it's not set as an array. Change the variable type. Clear. Boom. Check that out. Boom. 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 I'm flabbergasted and appalled. Well, I'm sorry that my humanity does that to you. I'll try to not talk about these things in the future. But, you know, someone has to bring up the importance of knowing, you know, having that in a language. If I don't, I know Al would have. For poop, I don't... Restroom. Make a word for restroom. It doesn't have to be poop. I mean, it could be, but, you know, come on. Come on. Toridoko? Toridoko! Is that if I'm in Japan, can I just scream that as loud as I possibly can? Do you make a distinction between the inclusive and exclusive we? Toritoko! As I run, everyone's like, that guy's really he's gotta take a dump. Gotta drop it one hot, right on the spot. Oh my gosh, we gotta set the radius. The radius. I like how they make these variables in here, but they could be local variables, mind you. They could be local. I don't know what pre-construct does. I don't see pre-construct in here. You know, I don't see it. So I have a hard time believing that this is all gonna work. So, I mean, even this, we have an island. They have an integer for island. Islands. Islands. Slang. The safe slang. A Toki Pons hybrid language. I just want a language that I just have to say one thing and it relays it all. Kind of like the Mardlarks from South Park. I think they'd be like, Mardlark, Mardlark. Mardlark, Mardlark. And like that would convey everything. That would be chill. That means less interaction. Who doesn't want less interactions? So, I guess, you can create, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Get islands. Let's do 5. Loop. For loop. For loop. Yeah, because I'm going to want to go backwards. Why don't they put it in the last? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. For loop. What are the features? Hear me out. Suffixes and roots are Lego pieces. Gosh. It's a language, dude. I just, you know. Alright, they're gonna set a radius. Radius. Create a thing for radius. It's a float. Float. Radius. Radius. Float. It. That. Bow, ba-dow. Bam, bow, ba-dow. Bow, bow. Bow, ba-dow. But they use the seed to do this, right? So it's like if I get a random seed value, I'm assuming this, when they say random stream type, you know, I don't know what that means. Right? But I guess that's why we're here. That's why we're here. We're gonna figure this all out, I suppose. But, you know, they create their seed externally. Here. Island seed. I click this. This is what I get. I don't know. It doesn't have anything. It just literally read only. All it says is this. Island gen complete. Scale up. Where is island seed? I want to know. Let's look it up. Can we look it up? Seed. No, that's commands. Get rid of the commands. Seed. Nothing. Nowhere. Seed. Island. Island boy. Get game instance. Maybe the game instance is the thing that's doing the thing. Maybe the game instance, since we have to use this. Maybe the game instance is the one that has it. But where is the game instance? Build data. Build data registry. Your very, very complex words. What separates safe language from other language like Germanic ones that abuse compound words? Galatai stops these boys. From what I've seen, one can use the F word as a substitute for anything under the sun. Friend, food, fried, finger, fan, fugitive, Frankenstein. You guys forgot Frankenstein. You people are vile. Family. How am I vile? Foul. What have I done? You just can't believe, you know, that we are the way we are. Just can't believe it. But how am I vile? What did I do? I'm just working on procedural generation. I'm working on procedural generation. Stretches. Do you guys do your morning stretches? You know, like crack your neck, crack your back, crack your kneecap, you know, and your ankle. And if you got thick ankles, you got your cankles. Greasy fried finger foods. Are you talking about the frack word? The freaking frack? The omnious F word. We need to figure out environment, pack, ignore, demo, icon, overview, zoom in. Zoom in? What the heck is this? What the heck is zoom in? Oh. Let's play the zoom in. Whoa. That didn't help me. I'm trying to figure out what the zoom in is. What is zoom in? What is this? I don't understand it. We'll have to figure that out at some point. I'm assuming we need to click on sequencer. Where's the Sin camera? Let's click play. Is this gonna give me the zoom in? Yep, it does. But what is this for? Well, we're about to learn a lot from this little thing here, so strap your seatbelts in, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a long, long ride. Blueprint, interactable, resources, core, game mode, blueprint, game mode, blueprint function library. We got to... This has got to be... What is GI? Graphical User Interface? Oh, game instance. Return node. Stepped position. But I'm keeping it family friendly, which is to my knowledge the worst thing that could be implied by F word. My whole... You guys could have said family, friend. Just what Safe did say. I mean, spine cracked. Your whole spine cracked? Nice. That means you got a good one. I'm a little jealous of that one. Oh, nah. Fried fugitive finger food? The 4th F rule. Star Trek tends to get more watered down. We have a tech problem. It lowers the rating. Just replace the T with an F. And it gets the point. Is also used for unknown as well. We don't know. I agree with John Ray. Johnson. Ray William Johnson. I am pure of heart. Yeah. You know what word I thought of first? Fast. Does that mean I'm Sonic? but I'd have to put an R so it'd be Ronic. Gotta go fast. Oh yeah. Tails. How's my Sonic impersonation? Is it Sonic-y enough or no? Quick save. Pass save. Transition in. Update save. Clear save. Stop music. Let's look at the event graph. Holy moly. Update save data. So they do a lot of stuff in here. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. On begin play, they create UI transition widget, set new level, and mask the UI transition. You see, I'm trying to figure out where they get these seeds at. Set up island. So set loading screen to animate out. Boom, boom, boom. Right on begin play. Then they set up the island. Once island is finished building, check if save file exists. If so, load data from save file. If not, Bing spawning assets. So they, you know, do all the save stuff. Add game HUD to screen. Then we spawn town hall. We create 3 villagers. UI interactions. Where do they get their seed? How do they get their seed? That's what I want to know. You can't just give me this base seed thing. Island seed. What is it, just a random number? Does that mean I can just... you know, I get the game instance, right? You get the game instance. They call this... Can I just say island seed? Island seed. The message. If it does not implement the required interface. So it has to be something in the game instance that does this. Right? The game instance here. This has got to do something. Target seed. Target seed 44. So they get the target seed from here. Right? Is this what am I reading this right? But I don't see anything. Interface. Set save data. Oh my gosh. I've never seen interfaces. Island seed. But yeah, look. That's what we were saying. We didn't get this part. Save ref. BP save game. It's where they're loading and doing all that. It's so sad none of us said father. I did say father. I said father. You guys, you know what? You didn't even hear me, dude, when I said father. But the thing is there's the difference between the Holy Father and the unholy Father, right? Because even Christ of Nazareth mentions that in the Bible that the Pharisees at the time, or the people that were attacking him, that their father was not the Holy Father, and it was the devil. Owl in the brush. Ironic. Ironic. How dare you say that to me? Sonic impersonations make you just go Superman. That Sonic impersonation was just decent. It was just decent, okay. I get it. What about this one? Yeah. That one was horrible. Disney blows a whistle when Donald Duck says the F, so you hear a woo sound. Kotagi, by any chance, are you in the Fast and Furious movies franchise? Probably. No friends, only family. I might be hard to believe because I'm so handsome and humble, but I haven't starred in any movie. Oh, I love Kotagi, man. He's I'm happy you get away with stuff. When I do that, people get all mad. They're like, you're not handsome. You're not humble. I always get that. Everyone's always mad at me. I'm gonna go cry real quick. I'll be right back.
This is over $40,000 worth of orders that I saved over $5,000 on for shipping. Let me tell you how. This is what your house looks like when you get 500 orders in less than 24 hours. It's a mess in here, dude. To all my business owners, let me ungatekeep the secret that could save you thousands of dollars on your shipping just like it did for me. It's called Shippo. Shippo is the all-inclusive shipping platform for e-commerce brands that I've personally used for almost 2 years now. They find you the best shipping rates for your packages and can even save you up to 90% on your postage. I shipped over $100,000 worth of clothing this year alone, and Shippo helped me save over $10,000 on my costs. $10,000. That's a down payment on a car. But most importantly, I don't ever need to stress out about shipping. All I have to do is click a button in Shopify, and Shippo finds the best rates for me and sends out tracking emails to my customers so they know where their orders are.
Hey, what up?
I have an objection, guys. To your objection. Safe. I don't think you're being very humble about Kotagi being humble, and I call for your correction. Also, I picked this video because I feel like this one's funny. And it's 3 minutes long, and his face kind of looks like my face when I don't shave, and I have a bald head. So this one we're picking.
Hey, what up?
And I don't want to hear any complaints.
Show you how to
Plus, there's this funny guy with a hat. It's the seafood dragon. If you have the faith, you're handsome. You will put in the work. Dude, have you ever seen me? Have you ever seen me, dude? I'm beautiful. Like, I shave my head, and, I still, I still be getting people look like, damn, dude. He just shines more when he's got the haircut, I'm kind of humble, I'm kind of humble. I'm kind of humble. Kotagi mentioning saying anything about being humble is a lie. It can never be stated truthfully, as mentioning is merely meaning. You want others to know means you're bragging what makes you inhumble. Well, there's a difference between your perception of yourself and the perception that other people have of you. Now, in your eyes, you can be humble, and someone can recognize that, but then other people can feel differently about it. We literally have a million perspectives of ourselves on this planet. Think about all the times you've gone on a bus, or you've gone to like a restaurant, and you've looked at someone, and based on your perception of what that person is, it could be the way they dress, the way they talk, the way they walk, the way they eat their food, I don't know. But you have a perception of that person that is completely different than that person's perception of themselves, or the people that call that person their friend. So, in reality, if you think about it, what matters most is God's perception of you, the Holy Father's perception of you. If you are humble in the Holy Father's eyes, that's all you need to recognize, baby. Right? Am I on one? Am I preaching? Am I based? Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, guys. There's a reason why you click that like and subscribe button, Actually, lying is true. True, dude. That is true. That is true. So if you were truly humble, you would not mention it. Some woman likes men with a lot of hair. Someone like bald men. It's just the way it is. Dude, everyone loves me. Like, I went to this one place, and they were all like, hey, I want to touch your head. And I was like, hey. I was just like, only my wife can touch my head. Because they're all trying to, like, and then you got the other people like, oh, you like Buddha. I'm like, dude, just because I got a bald head, like, come on, man. I'm trying to chill here, like, I'm just trying to eat food and hang out. Like, you don't got to get on me like that, But I've been growing my hair out because my daughter told me, she was like, I want you to grow your hair out, Dad. So I was like, fine, I'll grow my hair out. I'll grow my hair out. But she also told me to shave my mustache because it looked funny, and that kind of hurt my feelings. But you know, that is what it is. Mess with my hair, dude. Like when I have long hair, every girl wants me to like shake my head around like I'm in one of those like shampoo commercials, and I'm like, ladies, calm down. Like if you want to rub shampoo in my hair, you should have hit me up like years ago before I got my fiance. You know what I'm saying? You know, like come on. You know, the hairdresser I was paying to do my hair tried to touch my hair and I slapped her hand away because I'm loyal. Right? Like they just don't get it. Like I got hairdressers hitting me up to pay to work with my hair. So it's like, look, I get it. Like you want to trim my hair and you know, you want to touch my hair, but like come on, calm down. You know, so I have to hit up the homie and have them do it because, you know, like everyone else is weird about it, you know? It's ridiculous.
Blueprint interfaces in Unreal Engine. Basically, Blueprint interfaces.
Man, it's a hilarious quasi legal. What is a quasi legal battle? Because when I hear the word quasi, I'm gonna be real with you guys. You know what I think of? My homie Quasimodo. My homie Quasimodo, dude, right here. Check him out, bro. You say quasi, and I'm like, Quasimodo? My boy, look at my boy. Hanging from the Catholic Church, ringing the bells. Probably needs a shower because you know he smells. I mean, come on, dude. Don't even get me started today. Don't even get me started. What is a quasi battle? Because I'm thinking of this dude fighting some people when I hear that. I'm like, oh man. Quasimodo fighting again? All right, let's actually watch this. Hey, I did not authorize that,
Hey, what up, it's
YouTube.
Joey Chimney. I'm going to show you how to
Wait, this guy's name's Joey Chimney? That's dope, dude.
Hey, what up, it's Joey Chimney. I'm going to
Oh, that's pretty
show you
dope.
how to use Blueprint interfaces in Unreal Engine.
Dude,
Basically, Blueprint.
if you think this guy's fake, then there's something wrong with you. This guy existed, okay? You trying to ruin my childhood right now? Quasimodo breakdancing. Like, come on. Look at this fool right here, dog. Come on. They had the good picture. They're trying to ruin it. They tried to ruin it for us. They do. Open image. Boom. Look at my boy right here. Check him out. That's you, Safe, dude. Trying to make fun of my homie Quasi. I don't appreciate it. He's just trying to hang out with people for once, you know? You're over here making fun of him and dancing around. Aw, look. It's surreal watching you watch my homie video. Oh, this is your homie?
Blueprint interfaces allow you to
I like Joey, dude. His name's Joey Chimney. He's got the cool face. Like, let's
send
go.
and receive information between actors through his.
You can tell Quasimodo is a bad guy because, bro, what are you talking about? Like, Quasimodo is a selfless person. Okay? You think, here, really quick. Right? You think that his eye grew like that because he was, you know, he's bad? Nah, his face grew like that. So first of all, he hunches because he wants to, you know, the kids. He's like paying attention to the kids and being a nice, you know, parental figure, right? So he hunches because he's always looking down, and then his eyeball grew far away because he's always like trying to make sure, you know, like he's looking. He wants you to know that he's looking at you, dude. Like, look at this little baby bird. Like that bird knows that he's looking at him, dog. Like he knows he's looking at the bird, you know what I'm saying? Like this dude's so cool that that statues come to life when they're near him. I don't see that happening with anyone else. Statues are just statues, but when this guy's around, They come to life. They're real. They're real. All right? That's got to be like a short, I think. I look mid, but I'm quite a funny guy. You look mid, dude. No one, you never call yourself mid, dude. Ugly thoughts breed an ugly form. That is just absolutely ridiculous. He is filled with beauty and humanity. Does that look like a guy with ugly, thoughts? Look at him. He's like, he's there and he's like looking at the bird and the bird's happy. This guy's happy. These guys are happy. Whenever anyone's around Quasimodo, they're smiling, dude. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Was it him? Horrible, ugly ginger hair? Dude, red hair is a sign of passion. Look at that. He's there because, he's got a fiery passion. If a man is born with horribly ugly, was it him who sinned or his parents? Oh, God create him this way. You shall not judge a person by external. I'm telling you why he is this way, though. Like, it's because he wants you to know he's looking at you, and he's always paying attention to the little guy. That's why he hunches. Because he's looking down at the little guy, trying to make sure they're all right. Kotagi out here trying to spread misinformation. It's like, come on, dude. Check him out. Check him out. Like, that guy's cool, dude. Look at him. I mean, can you do this? Can you climb up and spin around on a little thing thousands of miles up in the air? Quasimodo. In a millisecond. How's that a sign? It is an issue that Quasimodo is more spiritually attuned than the priest that was just wearing a mask. Well, yeah. I mean, but that guy had a lot. He had to worry about a lot, He was looking for evil. Wait, Quasimodo is stalking me, dude. Poor myth information. What do you mean Quasimodo is stalking you?
Basically a function and an event. So in this example, I'm going to make an actor. I'm going to name it Boost. So I'm going to add a cube to it. And in this cube, I'm going to go into the collision. I'm going to go overlap all. I'm going to hit compile and save. Now I'm going to right click. I'm going to go to Blueprint.
Okay.
Blueprint interface.
Okay.
I'm going to call this Boost interface.
Okay.
Inside the Boost interface, you'll see you can create functions.
Okay.
So this new function, I'm just going to call this
Boost.
Thing.
Boost.
And then I'm hit compile and save. Now what you do is you go into all actors that are going to use this function and you implement the interface.
Okay.
So you implement the interface through the class settings in each of your actors.
Okay.
So you go to class settings, implemented interface, add, and I type in boost interface. And you hit compile, save.
Okay.
Do the same thing for the cube we just created. Boost interface, compile, save. I'm just
Dang, dude.
So for that,
dude, he made flower or leaves.
And I'm going to use actor begin overlap and call the boost function that we just created in the interface. And we're going to call that as a message.
Hey, that's
now,
pretty sick.
To connect this to a target for the object reference. So I'm going to go get actor of class, and we connect that, and then we want to get the BP third person character that we're using. I'm going to compile and save that. Then we go into the player.
So you send that message to the player character?
The boosting event that we just created in the interface. So instead of calling it as a message, we call it as an event. Then for this example, I'm just going to add a launch character note.
Okay.
We'll just put some random value in there. And then you compile all the blueprints.
All right.
Make sure they're all compiled. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the boost actor that we created in the scene.
All right.
And then I'm going to hit play. And now you can see if we run into the cube.
Ah, dude.
And that shows that the blueprint interface is allowing our player character and that we just created to interact with each other. This is basically allowing an outside actor to call an event on a separate actor.
That's sick.
You can also use blueprint interfaces to carry more information if needed.
Okay.
So on this boost interface that I'm using in a different project,
Okay.
I also have inputs for power, the direction of the boost, the sound of the boost,
we like it,
and more. So inside the boost actor, I have exposed variables, so that way we can change the value for each actor in the scene. And this value gets put into the boost message and then sent to the boost event on your character.
That's pretty sick.
Allows each boost actor that you place in your scene to have different values. Using a blueprint interface is also a soft reference, so it's more performant than simply using a cast to get your references. Toss me a sub if you like the video.
Yeah, dude.
Questions, leave it in the comments.
Joey Chimney, let's go.
Other tutorials you want to see, let me know. I do content and other gaming content on this channel.
How not to pay off your credit cards.
Yeah, go. That was a good. I like that. I like that a lot. I mean, it was fast. It was quick. It was simple. Got straight to the point. Grab hands. I mean, what more do you want, guys? Come on. Besides, you know, maybe a little less reference to some. Hey, a Sonic remix. Yeah. Okay, so essentially, if we go to class settings, all right, we can see we have multiple interfaces, and these interfaces are what is sending those things. However, right? However, this, what's this? So this, I guess, is, I mean, there ain't even nothing happening here. Island Seed. That's pretty cool that you can do that. I didn't know that. It's like calling a delegate. A delegate. So in here, when they call this essentially calls, this sends a, hey. This sends a message to this. Okay, come on, load. This sends a message to this, and they get a, I guess it gets the seed. It gets a save reference, and it grabs the seed. That's what I'm thinking. It's looking. Well, if you gave me nightmares. Dude, don't even, how dare you say that about Quasi Ozzy, dude? That dude's nice, bro. All this because people think it would be too difficult to write using namespace or working with the header file. Yeah. Which is why I'm like, can I just write that in a dynamic, you know, can I just declare a dynamic delegate and do it like that? Quasimodo stalking me. You know, safe. I'm hanging out with Sonic right now, dude, so I'm not gonna let anything you say get to me. Look, that L's for you, bro. That L's for you, bro. Look at you. Sonic knew. He was like, oh man, Safe is watching? Let's throw the L. Let's throw the L. But yeah, I mean, so this is... I'm assuming I can switch this on here. Alright, we don't need interface. Interface. Dun, dun. What is this actually? What in the class settings? What is this called? BP Island plugin. BP Island. Alright, we just do this. No, we... Come on. Come on! Show me where this stupid thing is. I mean, this blueprint. BP underscore island. BPI, that's why I'm over here. BPI underscore. I don't see island though. What the heck? Island plugin. That's weird. Where are they getting the plugin from? That's not actually a plugin, is it? No one's helping you. Safe. You're on your own. Is that an actual thing? Can I do this in my project? Bow, bow. Bow, 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 bow. Hey, so they do have something that's, you know, primarily for this. Let's look in the actual Dropouts and plugins, island generator. A bow jab, hook up a cup, and then slam to the ground. Dude, you don't got those skills, bro. You don't got those skills, bro. Don't lie to me. You be out over here like, Mom! Unreal Proj. Jab. Lion of Judah. Alright, we want... where does this even at? Epic Games. Quasi-Mortor. What is it? What is it? It looks like they literally have... mobile VR. You have to make 3 different ladder rooms. Next. You want next? I can't. It's all real time. But we can change it. Who wants to listen to N64 music? I do.
Hates
I
them.
do.
Here's how to get rid of them or get paid to see them. Do you know how much?
You want to get paid to see some ads? No, I do not want to make 0.1 cents per ad I see. And it's not even that. It's like 0.01. Imagine you could just use a single plane mesh and then use noise to generate some kind of height map. But yeah, then I would have to use like I'd have to create a dynamic mesh. Or I'd have to, I mean, I haven't played with this system much, but what I've done in the past is created my own planes. And since I know the points where those are, you can use a height map to essentially do that. But the reason why this system is so appeasing is because it's simplistic. You know, they just create some cones and boom. Right? Look, we got our island. We got our island, right? It's just easy. I want to see if I can even do something like this. See what happens. We're just gonna test the waters and see what happens. But the basic idea is that they just create cylinders and then they append them together, and then they go from there. I've received text. Let's see if it's business. All-in-one remodeling, dude. Report spam. Yes. With the art style being used, yeah, and the other thing is honestly, maybe I should check that out. Let's show, do we have wireframe in here? What's collision look like? All I know is that this is also a mobile game, so it's also good. It's like catered for the mobile device, which is another reason why I'm like interested in using it. And again, they're not doing a whole lot, and I don't suspect that we will either, but yeah. Random unit vector. Let's just copy all this. Oh, they don't have a pen. Shmee. They don't have a pen. Let's see. They do have a pen. Was this a pen cone or yeah, pen cone. That topology is scary, yeah. Editing a pre-existing mesh, yeah. But then it wouldn't be you know, I'll be real with you guys. I just want to try out. I'm just doing this for fun, right? It looks simplistic to do, so I want to try it. But, you know, it is easier to just make my own island and create, like, you know, different variations that someone could cycle through. But at the same time, that's going to take up more memory, right? Those models. But if I were to create something where it's just cones, you know, then it only has to think of the cones. And that first initial workload for the mesh. But yeah. That's basically it. I mean, there's a lot involved. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 random flow in range from stream. We'll have to figure out what the heck that is. Figuring out how to get these things, like here, that's going to be like the heavy lifting. Because it looks like they, I mean, they set the island size here, so it looks like they just set it up themselves to how big they want the island, and then, you know, goes from there. Create variable. Island. We'll make that a variable because that's something I want to access outside of this. Maybe when I'm calling it. Actions upon inanimate objects, yeah. I mean, I'm used to it now. I'm used to it now. I don't mind them. But I get what you're saying. Please compare the blueprint. Let's just do 500 by 500. This literally all it does So this is a save reference, so they got to be getting a seed somewhere in here when they're saving. Save reference. So they're setting a seed here. And they're making like a random integer. See this? So it's probably best that we handle some of this externally. Yeah, it's probably best we handle some of this externally. We'll put that in there for now. But I believe we have a GM. But other than that, what are you working on today, guys? What's your plan for the day? What's your plan of action, your course? Storage based. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the thing is the texture, but we don't have to store, you know, model memory. The only model memory we have to store is the one that is created. And I believe the cone. Yeah. Well, let's look at an example like Valheim. Look how much space is required for Valheim. Has anyone played Valheim? Does anyone realize how big Valheim can be? That's because they use procedural generation. They don't have one big mesh, you know. And the reason why that game is so great when it comes to exploration is because of the procedural generation, right? You never know what you're gonna get. So I'm trying to see, not only am I using this to see if I can create something similar in my game, but I'm seeing if it's something that'll be feasible, maybe using Unreal Engine for like the platform worlds, right? Who uses metal mesh? Metal mesh? Well, my plan is, I don't even know what metal mesh is. Well, my plan is to watch the stream a little longer than sleep. Oh, dope. Thank you for being here. But yeah, I love metal mesh. Pretty good about, for removing rust and burn marks off hands and butts. Oh. Okay. So it's something you use to clean stuff. Hey, yo, that's the handsome game dev that I follow. What's up? No playing, no game. Ditto, my man. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, random maps does not save the entire information. It just data points, so the computer just uses those points to impact the data. Exactly. So they use the data points and then they just draw that data, which is, it takes a little bit more when it comes to loading in some cases, but you do save a lot of space, which I like. But yeah, we need to find the, not the worlds, the game mode, base building. That's the game mode, my game mode. Game state, class, game session. Where's game instance? Where does game instance apply? Right, like they're using a game instance here. At least that's what it looks like. Yeah, it's just a new class game instance. So we have like a platform game instance, a Judah platform game instance. This should be base, and then we should have two different game instances here. But I think for all purposes, we won't need that unless we need it, you know? We'll find that out later. But it is not using less memory, like stored memory, yes. It may use more memory at load time, but I feel like that irons out after, you know, it's created. And it's because like it'll be on a phone, so I want to try to make this as, you know, I don't want it to have much, I don't want it to be a lot of memory to download, or a lot to download. And thus a significant memory loss. From what it looks like on their end, they use a cylinder, or they use a box right at the top. Because if we watch, we go in here and we take this off, and this, and compile that. You know, you'll look at a very different world where you're getting this weird unevenness. But you know, when does this occur? I think it occurs right here. Add a box to the base to join the cylinders together. So I think they use, yeah, that box to essentially flatten out the planes. The only thing you're getting that's, you know, are these down here that melt into the ground. But you could potentially, you could be right. Who knows? We'll have to play with it. I haven't messed with procedural generation in Unreal Engine or in any other engine realistically. So if you have, then you have more knowledge base on it. But I gotta build that up. I just want to test it, man. I want to have fun. I want to go on a little bit of an adventure. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying, man? Where did my thing go? BP base GI. So they use this GI to essentially event in it. I don't even know how this gets called. But I prefer something, instead of using like to like store the save data and stuff like that, I'd prefer it to be in a method like this opposed to what I currently have it as. Which is, it's on the map. Like, in order to do all this stuff, I have it on the map, which I'm not too big of a fan of. So I'd prefer to have it in, you know, this state if I can switch it. But how they call these events is what I'm curious about. I'm assuming event in it. I mean, you can make a new graph, but how do they create these events? Right? Open level. And they don't have, like I said, they don't have like any BPs. They have this, and that's it. So I'm just trying to use this as a method to learn a little bit more of the BP side. Voxel remesh. Hey Chase, what's up? Or maybe just project a plane from the top down. Probably better to do it with the plane. But then we'd have to cycle. Yeah, probably better with the plane. But this method seems interesting to me. I'm just trying to figure out how they make these events. Like, we come here, what do we do? Event. Add custom event, right? Okay. What do they do in here when they call that? What are some things that they put on this? You can't see, but in here, you know, I get this. I can have many things put to it, but in this one, I can't. So we know how they... Graph is not editable. I will have a decent game to turn in. Major upgrades. Good discussion to have. Yeah, well, I'll be real with you. I think you have more knowledge base on memory and garbage collection than I do. So it would be a conversation, but it would be lackluster for you because there's only so much I know about it. You know? But yeah, we can add a custom event here. I just don't know how they're creating this. BPGI. Is this GI? I mean, it's from the game instance, similar to how I'm from the game instance. However, they have an event graph that you, maybe they have an event dispatcher. Yeah, they have no event dispatchers. So it's like, what do they do to control this? I mean, we can do this here. Boom. That one functions. Open level. Event clear save from BPGI. So this has to be created, I'm assuming, in an interface. Load level. Spawn complete. First of all, where is this even? Is this being created in here? Event begin play. Where is event begin play? Do they call something? Update resources, update villager. Is it something that's created in the level blueprint? No. They just look like they're creating some values. Bus mix value. I personally engineer my computers. When I operate things, I know I have what I need. What are you trying to do, Raleigh? Create a procedurally generated island for people to work on. To be fair, you definitely know more about Unreal specifically. Yeah, but when it comes to, like, I feel like when it comes to, there's a lot of things shared between computations, even with Unreal Engine. I don't know. I feel like you'd have more knowledge base on it, to be quite frank. Like, I know how to move around and do stuff, but I feel more like a game designer than a game developer. That's my thing. BPs would make me give up so fast. This is far too complex for a simple-minded simian. Yeah, I mean, they were a little intimidating for me at first, but they're pretty easy to work with. But I will say it does take a while to differentiate the way these things connect and work in between each other compared to like this. Like you can run stuff in here, right? Like that's easy to remember, but then it comes to the BP side and it's like, well, how do we communicate the BPs with the you know, the C++, right? So that's kind of the journey I'm on, and I'm still learning. I'm learning every day. It's just, you know, I mean, for right now in my instance, I'm just trying to figure out where this is being called. Event in it. Like, do I have that in, let's just say, they do have an event in it. So that's just built into the game instance. That's just built into the game instance. Network error, event shutdown. We have an event for shutdown. Being shut down. I'm assuming that's like when you close the game. Right? But yeah, I mean, now we just need to figure out where this instance is being created. I thought it would be in here in the game mode, you know, because we have state class, player controller, game instance. I'm thinking maybe it's in the test building world. Maybe if we get out of this and go in here and yeah, I mean, you can set the game mode in here. Let's go to project settings. Yeah, game instance. Engine. Platform game instance. Default map, game modes, and other map related settings. So I feel like maybe that's something that's so I'm just gonna name this to Judah GI. And then in the project settings, I'm just going to set it to that. Lord knows my greatest fear is documentation, and I will read it if I have to, but I don't want to. Print text or print string. Game instance initialized. I don't care if I spelled that right. Let's play. I mean, it initialized the game instance. Everything else is in play here. So, that's good to know. But the biggest thing is knowing so the game instance is always going to be created, and I'm assuming that's even if I'm in another world. So like if I go to this world, right, and I click play, you know, game instance initialized. So it's just always going to be initialized. So there's going to need to be, we're really never ever going to start off in a platform world. We're always going to start off in our main menu. So maybe I have to create something like an event or a delegate that's like, yo, we've loaded into this level. Let's create this thing, and then we can shoot it off to the game instance to handle everything else. PCG, I think we're I'm thinking that's just shortening of procedural generation, right? Like if we, sorry, let me check something really quick. Hope that's handled. Let's go over here. By the way, guys, if you like the stream, make sure to like the stream, okay? It really does help, and you know, I greatly appreciate it. PCG. Procedural content generation. I thought it was like procedural clutter generator. I know it's like procedural generation, using procedural generation, but I know they use like a clutter of stuff to essentially, they use raycasts. They shoot down and they do things. But there you go. What are you trying to do with PCG? Like I said, make an island. Making an island and just understanding like the workflow of this a little bit more, and how I can essentially use Unreal systems to my benefit. A lot of it's I've had to learn by making mistakes. If I knew I could do something here, you know, For instance, I mean, it's like, I could use like something for. Let's try that just for the heck of it. You know, we have stuff for the save file. Where is interfaces on here? Maybe it's an other? If there is an other, world, miscellaneous, that's what we're looking for. Blueprints. Let's look out here. Blueprint function library. Shoot. Come on. BI? Blueprint interface. How do you create one? Interface. Is it just interface when I do it? It's like, do I even create one? Because I can already do stuff. Like, I have a BP like library where I can, I guess not necessarily load the game, but it would be nice if we could get the load system. Let's I'll compile this. Go in here. Let's get rid of all the widget stuff for a while. I'm just tired of looking at widgets, is really what it was. I need to do something else or I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm not a big fan of user interfaces. That's because I'm using namespace. BPI. Free to save. We have new function. Yeah. All right. Outputs would be. I don't know how you would create a save system in BPs. There's probably a BP that you could do where you could put stuff. You're gonna need the PCG plugin if you're gonna use that today. Let's see if that's even a thing. It probably is, but PCG biome sample. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna have to snipe this plugin from crop out sample project. I think I'm just gonna snipe this right here. This island generator. It looks like it has some content spawner, but it's just a bunch of like U assets, spawn marker, island plugin, landscape, MPI useful. I'll probably steal this, but right now I'm focused on learning interfaces a little bit so I can figure out what these guys are even doing when they're using interfaces. nanite and stuff like that. Yeah, very nonchalant. Yeah, just do a nanite edit. But even here, like when we have this, I guess what we do now is compile. This gives us the load game. And from here, we can kind of do what we do in your open level blueprint, right? Is this Banjo-Kazooie? I feel like this is... Yeah! Banjo! My boy. Sorry. Get nerdy. That's like one good memory I have. My dad, he's prevalent in my life, but when I was younger, you know, he would, one of my favorite things to do when I was younger is we'd bring our N64 to his house, and he rented Banjo-Kazooie, and we watched him play, because we didn't get it, but it was fun, you know? So a good memory of mine. But yeah, so now, if I get the game instance somewhere, I can just load this, right? Like, essentially, I don't have to do all this stuff right here. I can just say get game instance, right? And then I can say right? This is gonna be a little bit troublesome. But it shortens everything like a whole lot. Let's see if it still works. I mean, I realistically don't need this here. But I do need this here. Probably gonna have to bring that back. But if we were to play, I mean, yeah, it loads everything. What the heck? That's sick. Okay, so that's actually super helpful. I can store a lot of my like functions in here when it comes to like loading the game. I can just call the game instance and get it directly from there. And then in this actual like script, which I'm assuming you can do in BP too, but in our save system, we've actually created our own save system with some functions in it as well that helps us to add and remove resources and stuff from it specifically. So let's see, what's a function? Void. Are any of these blueprintable? Load game, which we don't really need. But can I say remove resources? That's interesting. Let's go in here as Judah. Is it because I've called these were blueprintable from save game? Add resources to save game. I mean, I found another way to do it by just accessing the thing itself. Hillbilly OST, say feller. Hey there, feller, what you up to? You ready to listen to some banjo? Bang dang ding a dang dang. Riding in my truck, not giving a freak. But yeah, it's definitely because I'm not making these callable. Although I will say it's probably, we have like a lot of save. It's probably good that I get some getter functions from this, to be honest. Like right now I just have this. I'm sure I could like, I don't know, I can get the item list already, so I guess that doesn't matter. I will say I probably want something where I can just get a specific function in here though, because I don't like the way this works currently. Because you have to do so much more than just like, I don't know. Probably pointless. Why are these all static? Building, save. I mean, why are they static? They don't really need to be static, which is funny. Whatever. I'm not going to think too much about it, but we'll just say that there's some discrepancies in my code, and there's just some things that aren't necessary. I guess one of the primary reasons is that, yeah. But in this interface, I'm thinking I can create another function that's like, you know, save. Save materials from platform, and in the instance, that just makes it an event, which I'm confused about. I made a function. Oh, I added a new function graph instead of just doing this. Save. Save resources from platform world. And then in here. Yeah, I mean, this just creates this. The heck? How does it differentiate between like a function like this and this? That's confusing. Say feller. I mean, they're literally the same. The only difference is I have an output. Let's just do that for the heck. Okay, and then it turns it into a function. So when you have something returning, it turns it into a function. Other than that, it doesn't. I'm assuming it doesn't need that. Graph is not edible. Oh, well. Ah! Now it's fine. I'm so confused. My brain, my little baby brain. Function, add a new function graph. You know, I do that, that's fine. If I get rid of this, what does that happen? This is making me... I mean, I got what I wanted, so, I mean... There is no return node, though. We're not returning anything, we're just, yeah. So once you add a thing and remove it, it destroys it. Save materials or... No, did I get rid of the other function? No, dude. What have I done? What have I done? I've done stupid. That's what I've done. Do I have to redo it now? Ah! What am I doing? It's driving me insane. Okay, it's there. This is here. I think I just broke something. I'm not gonna lie. GI. Where'd the... I'm having a stupid moment. That's what's going on. What is this from? Conker's Bad Fur Day? I always wanted to play that growing up, but I never got to. Probably best I didn't, because that game's kind of vile. It's very Disney. I was like, dude, am I in like Frontierland right now? That's what I was wondering. Yeah, that's finished. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Ed Graph 13. New function. Event shutdown. Load game. Save game. So if I was in here, I know I don't have anything for the save game yet, but I'm trying to see, like, if I get this game instance and I say save, that's just gonna run that. And just to test this out more, we would go into here in the GI, and then I'm just gonna print something. Print string, hello. Save. I mean, yeah, save, but it runs like 4 times. True, because we do have 4 buildings. Duh. But, you know, point is that works. So if we were to save the game, or save materials, which is what I want to do. In here, we'll need do we necessarily use when we're doing this? I think we use a T-map. Yeah, because we do. We check if the game exists. We load the game. We run through each one of these materials. And if it equals, or current item equals this, then we iterate through each of the loaded game item lists. And we check if it's the same. And if it is, then we add that amount to the saved item. I kind of want something here physically to use if I have to, so I kind of have to copy this. Even though I think I can just make this callable. Save myself a headache. Really probably blueprintable, blueprint callable. I'm over here like making my life more difficult just so I can test things. Anyone else do that where they're like, I know I have this thing, but I'm just gonna make my life a little bit more difficult to test that theory or test that idea I have in my head that is floating around. Oh. Failed. Worked fine. Yeah, that's true. You know, it's never a waste of time in my opinion. Oh, we need to. That's why it's like we need to hot reload. Everything's saved, so I don't have an issue in doing that. I'll be right back. Gonna use the restroom, ladies and gentlemen.
The new GoDaddy Arrow has AI marketing tools to help small businesses easily reach thousands of customers. It writes sweet social ads and email marketing. It even analyzes the results to boost business. I better start up in my game with some sweet new moves.
Guess who's back in the disco? Moving so cool, so slick like Crisco. Bet you ain't did it like this though. Brand new chain, new clothes, and the wrist froze.
Dude, it's because my mic was muted this whole time. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Anan, what's up, Anan? Samal. I said what's up forever ago. And yes, 007, the hardest soundtrack to ever be created. GoldenEye. For GoldenEye. In a video game. Ever. I can't believe I've been muted for this long. I was like, dude, well, how's everything silent? I've been talking this whole time. I apologize. Well, at least you know I'm a streamer now. Isn't that data table? Yeah. Excuse me. Why you? This is a data table object reference. This is a data table object reference. Are you kidding me? Compile. I'm gonna have a freaking... I don't know what I'm gonna have, but there's gonna be something. Data table, composite data table reference. Well, how's this composite data table reference? I'm so confused. Data table object reference. What's the difference between a composite data table reference? I guess we're still gonna have to run this here. Boom, 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 boom. I remember because I did odd stuff in the game. The ceiling trick was a blast guns passing through walls. Yeah, I took full advantage, which made things fun. Yeah. What was his face? The guy who threw the hat. Why do I forget his name? Half stack. That guy was OP though, because he was so short. Yep, now it creates it correctly. Let's just test this. Creates it correctly. Dope. I think this will have to get converted to converted to game, moved to game mode, I guess I should say. Because whenever there's two different game modes. But yeah, the idea is the same, but... Ooh, super lag. Okay, everything's still working. And we didn't get to work with PCG. Isn't that great? I guess we'll do that tomorrow once my restream can update. But yeah, I mean, I guess today we got to learn a little bit more about interfaces, how they can be used, and the importance of using the game instance, which is for the game, the entirety of the game. However, the game modes are separate and can be made separate for each map. I don't know what event shutdown is, but I'm assuming this is when... I'm assuming... Let's just try this. Player save slot. We'll find out right now. If this works, this will get deleted. And it's gone. So yeah. We can do something with that later. I'm thinking, but we'll see what it can do. Yeah, we have enough to build our first thing, then we can go into the platform world. However laggy it is, move around and do stuff. You know? And we've still got our things. We got categories being made up here, although I haven't made those dependent. Essentially, like when you... What's the term? I don't have it so they switch in between and can change like the building data. It loads like different buildings to... Essentially loads different buildings to place. That'll be done at a future date when I feel like working on UI again. But for now, I kind of want to get on some PCG stuff. But yeah, we have our things here. I'm gonna study crop out though for a bit and figure out how they're going with this method. So they do have a gen. The water is... looks simple enough to create. I'm assuming this is the opacity at the bottom. The texture sample they use for that. But it looks like it's just there to create different things. How they get this little like wave is pretty cool. I think something for this would work. Even have like some caustics. So we'll be looking into that. And looking into this. But I think I'm gonna have to steal. I'll have to save some stuff and go from there. But I think I'm gonna end the stream on that note, ladies and gentlemen. We're almost at 3 hours, and you know, I'm saving all this, so yeah, other than that, I don't want my computer to randomly crash because you don't data. Yeah. Peace out, everyone. God bless. Christ of Nazareth loves each and every single one of you. If you haven't already, make sure to join the Discord. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Join the Discord. I'll try to stream tomorrow. It depends on if I have anything to do for the other job. I handled some stuff this morning, but we haven't gotten much calls. Other than that, have a good day. God bless. Peace out, and